response to your household back there?
Built that way, yeah. Similar. Coming out of the bullpen, my thought was, wow, at this moment, Mookie Betts was second and third, so now it opened up. First base was open. They walk Betts. They get Nestor Cortez, who is a starter, and was just added. Your thoughts?
Well, if you think about it, that changes everything. He falls into the outfield. Ross might have been pitching the move. You're fine. Either way, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like the move. I still thought it should have been coming with Hill. I thought Hill was a better matchup. I'm not Monday morning quarterbacking on this. I thought that in real time. That was the way I looked at it.
Ace, I don't look.
The confidence to be able to go out there and get a big bat out like Freddie's.
No doubt. And I'm gonna take it through because I'm talking about that. They got a tape set up. That's why I was trying to.
I got you. I just wanted to get to that
you
one.
You can join along with me.
Okay.
Because here's what I saw, and this is not Monday morning. When this guy Scott came in against the Padres against Shohei, he dominated him. And I hadn't seen that happen all year. He busted high fastballs at him, and the next time he faced him, terrible matchup for him. And then when Manaea came against with the Mets, he kept him off balance. But it was the arm angle I started looking at. And you're the left-handed hitter. So I'm sitting there going, I'm sorry, I don't want to see that. So now I'm looking at
from, it takes unhittable stuff, right? That ball is moving all over the place. It's coming from behind me as a lefty. You have to hope that he makes a mistake. And the fact he's been pitching so well and getting some huge outs, as we see right there, is the reason why I would say the field part of it speaks to Hill. Right. That's it.
Now, to be fair, Hill. It's not Tanner Scott. He's been great for 2 years. Hill was reclaimed. He's also not a strikeout pitcher. I'm just saying, you know, it's not so obvious unless you're going by the arm slot and that sort of thing.
Okay, I understand that wholeheartedly. What I'm saying is,
arm slot.
If he's gotten to the point of having these big outs, and I know the World Series, I can't say the World Series is different than the LCS. He's gotten moments where he's had to come in and get some crucial outs. And he's done it.
Right.
And at a high level. And, you know, at the consistency rate that you're looking for to put your team on your back and get those outs that tough lefties come in and get out, right? That's why you're here. And when you're warming up and you see that, you go, wait a minute. Like, what have I done wrong to put myself in a position where I'm not running through that gate to come on that field to get this big out with Freddie?
And he's used to coming in and sprinting, coming in and banging out, whereas Cortez is a starter. He has not been doing that.
And what you just said too, this is how they got here. Don't change your formula. That'd be like saying Weaver's not coming in to close the game now. We'll bring Nestor in. That's not how you got here. And I understand you like the matchup and that's what they thought, but let's also think about how you got here and why you're even here right now. And Hill has been a big part of that.
A little later on, we'll get into what set that in motion. We'll talk about third time through the order. Garrett Cole coming out after 88 pitches. Also, Jack Flaherty staying in. He's John Carlos Stanton. We'll get into all those machinations. Baseball he plays, unbaseball he plays, cutoffs, all the minutia.
10 takes.
Winning.
How many takes you got in?
I just got a feel.
When we come back.
Break it down.
When we return live up the first base line here at the World Series, the 10th Commissioner of Baseball, Rob Manfred, on the impact of a Yankees Dodgers World Series and the international implications of this World Series next.
MLB Tonight is brought to you by Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Bourbon done right. Bardstown, Kentucky. 43% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely.
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a ballpark. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready? And I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
You never get used to the pressure. You just learn to embrace it. Expectations aren't a burden, they're a privilege. Because it could be worse. No one could expect anything at all.
When your bedroom is everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
Is anyone better than Soto right now?
You put on a clinic hitting the ball to left field. He is in complete command of every A beat. He's a guy that can carry your team. That's gone. There is a Soto photo.
Every time you come in on that home plate, you gotta be the best version of yourself and always think that way.
A 3-homer night for Juan Soto. He's one of the most clutch guys in the game.
Welcome back. It's MLB Tonight, presented by Evan Williams Bourbon. It is 81 degrees and sunny here right now. First pitch, it'll be perfect 76 as we start 5 o'clock local time. Yankees and Dodgers. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead after a walk-off grand slam late last night.
Dream matchup. We got dreams coming true in this World Series. It's baseball's two most legendary franchises for the 12th time. How awesome is this?
This is what you live for. I'm excited for the players. I'm excited for the fans. You know, it means everything. That excitement, the emotion, getting the chance to play on the biggest stage in the biggest moment. This is where the real fun starts.
Incredible! What a performance!
Back here at Dodger Stadium again, Game 2 tonight should be exciting. Carlos Rodon versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. Again, that game a little after 8 Eastern time, 5 o'clock local time. You can see it, of course, on Fox. And after that exciting Game 1, we welcome to MLB Tonight the 10th Commissioner of Baseball, Rob Manfred. Rob, exciting times. Welcome aboard. Great to see you again.
Great to see all of you guys and great to be here, more importantly.
How great was that game?
Watching that last night, what was that like?
It was unbelievable. You know, it's the suite where I sit, you know, people come and go and they're in and out and whatever. Last night, everybody was out front watching a game. No one left, and it was crazy, even in this suite You know, I mean, it was really nuts. I was in a suite as well, and it was crazy. And I wasn't in your suite, but I was in a suite. Yeah. And I just felt like, you know, the excitement of everything that everybody had been looking forward to, it was on point.
Yeah, just unbelievable. I mean, it was such a well-played game the whole time, close. And then to end like that, just absolutely unbelievable. Couldn't be a better guy either, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying this because you're here. I've been saying it the whole time. We're seeing the effect of the new rules. The postseason has been incredible. Players are ranging, making plays. We're seeing base hits that are falling in that would not have been. Ohtani, the balls he's hitting through the hole, those are outs.
Right.
You know, all these different things that are happening. Are you excited now seeing the rules with the clock and everything working the way it is?
Yeah, I have to tell you, Harold, I agree with you about the postseason. You know, everybody talks about the markets, and, you know, the markets matter. You know, you can mark that settled. But the fact of the matter is the quality of the games that have been played from the wild card round all the way through, late inning drama, unbelievable athleticism, the long ball that people love, performances. I mean, you just can't ask for more.
You know, in terms of the pitch timer, I know we forget since, you know, it's another year has passed, but only 3 years ago, the average time for a postseason game was 3 hours, 37 minutes. And now it's down to an even 3 hours. So that's 37 minutes of just dead time trimmed off. Also, Commissioner, these are two teams that would have been doing a classic grind them out 4.5 hour, 9-inning game. So it would have been vastly different without the timer last night.
Absolutely. And, you know, look, for time, the style of play on the field is different. The product that we're putting out there for our fans is just a better product.
When you talk about the product and internationally and where the game is going, we've seen Shohei Yamamoto started tonight on this side of the water, right? How about internationally, how big it is in Japan and how they seeing us?
Well, you know, we've hit bookends on that issue this year. The games in Korea, the opening games, absolutely phenomenal. We had 17 million people watching the games in Korea. Playoff games, you know, they're in the morning, right? In Japan, we've had audiences in excess of 13 million people. That's almost as many people as watch it here in the United States for a country that's a fraction of the size. And, you know, it's great for the game. It makes that whole area in Asia so much a market for us. It's just fantastic.
I'll tell you what, I know the Yankees and the Dodgers playing, we're getting both coasts, but we're also getting 7 or 8 of the biggest stars in the game. How important has that been to see?
Look, you know, Harold, you're in my wheelhouse on this. It begins and ends with the players, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked so much about Ohtani and Judge, but, you know, you think about it, if Ohtani and Judge weren't here, we'd still be talking about great players. We'd be talking about Mookie and... I mean, it's just he's gone now.
Yeah.
What is the tangible effect, Commissioner, then, of Yankees Dodgers? Again, because they do represent a lot more than just individual clubs in Major League Baseball.
I see that as the biggest thing is it's an opportunity for us. I've talked a lot about the fact that I want our audience to be more national. And the Dodgers give you an opportunity to take a step forward on that. We've worked really hard to activate in markets other than New York and LA. You saw in Las Vegas, we had the sphere lit up like a baseball last night. That's an example of that. Same thing internationally. You know, we took, I think, 113 pieces of outdoor advertising in Tokyo in order to drive the audience that Cliff and I were just talking about. And that's the opportunity.
Well, I think we're at the height now. We're starting to really see the turn of where the game is headed internationally with the appeal of the fans, the players on the field, everything else. And we're kicking it off in Japan next year with Shohei Ohtani going home. What are you sensing with that trip to Japan?
I think that trip, Korea was unbelievable. I think that Tokyo for the opener will dwarf what we saw in Korea. I really do. I think it's going to be unbelievable. Again, a great opportunity for the game, and looking forward to it. Just don't want to look past this.
No, you're right.
Is the tournament where you want it right now, Commissioner, as far as the postseason tournament, everything?
Yeah, I like the postseason the way it is. You know, we're so enamored of the one-game knockouts. I actually think the three-game series got it just about right in the beginning. You know, it's the way baseball's always played. You know, you play hard to get that home field advantage for the 3 games. In those 3 days, you can watch a lot of really good baseball.
Off to a flying start here in the series. Congratulations on that. Congratulations to everyone here. Fantastic. Rob, thank you so much.
Great to be with you guys.
And when we come back here live at the World Series, where does this grand slam rank among the greatest plays in the history of the World Series? We'll break it down for you here at the World Series in Los Angeles. Keep it here on MLB Tonight.
Christopher Russo loves October.
I think the postseason's going to be crazy.
Because no one brings the postseason passion like the Mad Dog.
It can be very interesting to see how teams push pedal to the metal.
High Heat, weekdays on MLB Network.
Laundry call. Let's dig deep, people.
Stench drenched. Soaked through. Caked on deep. Everyday dirt and stink lingers deeper than you think. Now clean deep with new Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Laundry Detergent. Our most powerful formula yet penetrates deep into fibers and gets to the bottom of odor and mess. Arm & Hammer Deep Clean. More power to you.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kind of everything. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
We got now. We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio. It began with you.
You know he's looking to steal second. Google Cloud AI knows that a 10-foot leap with a sprint speed of 28 feet per second means an 80% chance he swipes the bag.
There he goes again.
And when a team's mascot has wings, they just so happen to get 0.4 more steals per game.
That can absolutely fly.
Yeah, he's flying. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that,
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh. We're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Bottomless confidence, clean and skin free. Drop your pants and show off your Dude Wipes clean undies.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
Any NBA play can inspire your next notch. With 3 months of NBA League Pass from FanDuel, you're about to get a whole lot more inspiration. So if you think they're going to rock the rim right out of the gates,
Hello.
or you want to RSVP to the block party,
There he is. Yes, sir.
or you think it's going to start raining threes,
Let's go.
FanDuel has more ways to bet on players so you can make your hunches happen. Right now, new customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Plus, all customers get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Same Game Parlay is presented by FanDuel, and here is the Same Game Parlay for today. Jazz Chisholm had some pretty good at-bats last night, 2+ total bases. Freddie Freeman with just a single RBI, and the over on the runs, over 7.5. Make this World Series mean even more on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, for a limited time, new customers can get $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
Freddie, kind of at bat that every kid that plays baseball dreams of one day having. 2-9 run, Edmund the winning run. Cortez delivers. Freeman the ball to right field. She is gone!
Back here with Cliff Floyd, Harold Reynolds, I'm Brian Kenny. I think as we watched that, we thought, where does that rank among the all-time great games, right? We knew we were watching one of them. One way of looking at it, it's not every way, but one way is looking at it, that the Dodgers at that moment with Freddie Freeman batting had a 27% chance of winning that ball game. There have been more, by the way, and you can dispute this, but the win probability added, number one is Kirk Gibson, 1988. Dodgers down 4-3 with 2 outs in the ninth, a man on second. That was a full count off of Dennis Eckersley, 8th pitch of the at-bat. Now, move up to 2020 again. Dodgers involved, Brett Phillips. Rays were down 7-6 with 2 outs in the ninth. 2 men, walk-off single with Kenley Jansen. Chaos with Randy Arozarena. Remember this? That's an 83% jump in win probability added. Number 3 all-time, Cookie Lavageno here. The Dodgers were down 2-1 with 2 outs in the ninth. 1947 World Series, Game 4. There were 2 men on. Broke up Bill Bevin's no-hitter, by the way, with 2 outs in the ninth. Broke up a no-hitter. It's number 3 all-time. And number 4 all-time is Freddie Freeman. That's a 73% win probability added, meaning yesterday went from 27% to 100% the Grand Slam. So I don't know if it's greatest, but it is up there, top 5, top 6 of all time.
One of the most exciting moments. I just got.
That's the Freddie.
The bat flip was amazing. It was amazing. So how we get there, Cliff?
Well, I think the biggest thing is him understanding his body and knowing how much work he put into getting to this point. You start spring training, the one thing you think about is winning a championship. That's what you do. So you put all this work in, then you have the unfortunate, ankle sprain, and you watch him battling. Because the conversation, it takes me back when I had my conversations in the postseason with Willie Randolph when I was with the Mets. How you feel? Well, I don't feel great, but I can give you 70%. 70% is good. Okay, I'll take that. But you forget the treatments, you forget the workload. Because the treatment is taken away from me working. And when you watch Freddie, there's preparation in all this madness. Right? So if I can't be myself, what we saw in the LCS was a guy that was just out there because, you know what, he cared that much. And him looking through the door makes you feel a little bit better about, what we're going to do that night. To have 6 days off and get to this point where he's on his legs like this, it's just, for the whole team, for Dave Roberts, for the coaching staff, to get here at 10:30 in the morning, to get this work in, tells you he's feeling good. No rap on his foot last night when he came on the set to talk about the dramatic homer. All these things speak to days off. Understanding that, the treatments are a pain in the butt, yes. But to get out here and live the dream, live the dramatic, to be in that moment, it was incredible.
Man, that was awesome, Cliff. The only thing I got to say is if Brian Kenny shows up and tells me he's giving me 70%,
right,
I'm hosting this show. Come on.
Not good enough.
You better bring more than 70, Brian Kenny.
But if you're Cliff, starting so much higher. That's what that's what Cortez threw 2 pitches, right?
Yeah.
Ohtani. By the way, that's an unbelievable play.
Incredible catch.
A catch, by Verdugo. And then the next pitch is out. Like, you talk about getting whiplash for Cortez.
No doubt. No doubt. The other side of it, you're right. I mean, he goes down. Think about
defense. It's been kind of throughout the playoffs. It didn't cost them until last night, but it did. We have runners coming in. We have new second baseman coming in. We had a bad cutoff play as well to extra bases that led to a win. Harold and Cliff will break it down for us next.
On game day, home is more than an address. It's a ritual. A symbol. A feeling in the air. MasterCard.
Strauss in Major League Baseball. Gear up, we are.
Soft drinks are just a buck at Wendy's. Any size, any time. 3 p.m. Dollar Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. You're so free. Dollar soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans are loving Boston.
Oh, no, we're keeping tabs on our rivals.
We love Boston.
With so many choices, you can be a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
A great coach sees the whole field. There to give advice and support. At New York Life, we know the power of having someone by your side. That's why we're proud to be the official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
Time is luxury. And time spent in a Pole Star is the best time of your day.
You deserve
Look at test drive a Pole Star.
waiting on you night and day.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh, yeah. Consolidate bad debt and save money for your next goal. Take a swing at your kitchen reno. And that literally. Or design your actual dream wedding. All your ambitions, all in one app. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to 100K. No fees required. Go to SoFi.com to view your rate. SoFi. Get your money right.
For our veterans, the end of their service is just the beginning. It may come with new careers and new chaos. There might be late nights, drops, and even haircuts. That's where we come in, providing more than $1 million a year in career-building scholarship funds and discounts on every haircut for our veterans. Just trying to do our part to make their lives a little easier. Sport Clips Haircuts, supporting veterans everywhere.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
Welcome back, MLB Tonight, presented by Evan Williams Bourbon, live here at the World Series, sunny Los Angeles. Dodgers lead this World Series 1-0 after a thriller last night. Moto.
Ohtani in his first World Series game. 0-3 today. This is one right center field. Soto on the run. And his rocket's on the top of the wall. Ohtani's headed for second. Soto's throw not in time. The ball gets low. Ohtani takes third. 90 massive feet.
The ball short hops. Torres. There's no play. You can. All right, so we saw last night, these are two monstrous teams. They're behemoths, Cliff, and yet there are differences. And one of the main differences about is that the Yankees will give away a base here or there. The Dodgers will take a base here or there. We saw Tommy Edman, we talked to him. He knocked the ball down, run didn't score. Mookie Betts on a Jazz Chisholm base hit, cut it off in the gap. Instead of a double, it's a single. So tell me on that play. Ohtani going from second to third with one out, triple instead of a double. That's a big play.
It's a huge play because Mookie Betts, the next batter, it's a sac fly, ties the game. But with the relay play, what I'm seeing is everything before the play happens, you should know and anticipate. This is not a relay play. This is a ball where the second baseman and shortstop, if anything, the second baseman drifts over by the umpire. This is a double. This is not a triple. This is not a play you should be panicking on. I want my shortstop coming to cover second base. But what they do on this, and we've watched the Dodgers do this a few times, as they go out, now their back is to the runner, all right? Because Volpe went out ahead of the second baseman. And as you get a chance now and you come back, it ends up being he's turning around, trying to make on a play that he can't see the ball on. So it's tough for me to see it on the screen. So, Brian, what I did is I went down on the field a little bit earlier, and let me show you what I talked about when I was on the field. Take a look at this, and it'll be even more clear for you. Now let me explain how they got to this situation. There's a thing called a double cut relay. Traditionally, if I'm the second baseman, the ball hits the right center field gap, the second baseman is the lead guy and the shortstop comes behind. If it's in left center, the shortstop's the lead guy and the second baseman comes behind. But what a lot of teams do, the stronger arm guy, they want him out front so he gets the ball and can relay it. I didn't like it in this situation for the Yankees. Let me take you through what I'm talking about. Gleyber Torres is playing second base. All right, he starts right here because he's got Shohei Ohtani hitting, a left-handed hitter, and he's playing more in a pull the ball situation. So here's where Gleyber's at. All right, the ball's going to be hit in the right center field. Let me show you where Volpe's at. All right, Volpe, again, is positioned because you got a left-handed hitter who pulls the ball. Here's where Volpe's positioned. Now, it looks like he's going to be the first guy that gets out there earlier, but I think it's a bad move, and here's why. If I'm the shortstop, that ball's hit the right center field, all I got to do is come here, and everything's in front of me. Shohei running and the ball off the fence. I see the whole play. All I got to do is come here. I get a throw from Soto or anybody, I can move up and catch the throw because I know he's going to be safe. But if I'm sitting back here, I can read a hop, but I got everything in front of me. Here's where the play went wrong for me. Gleyber Torres has to go out and come back. So the ball's hit. He's second base. He knows he's the backup guy on the relay. He pauses and waits to see, is it going to kick away? Am I going to break here? What am I going to do? While he's pausing, Shohei's gaining ground. Now, all of a sudden, he gets on a run because he knows there's going to be a play at second. What do I have to do? I got to look at him, and I got to find the base. So what's Gleyber do? He's going like this. Now where's my back? I'm to the ball. By the time he gets here and turns around, he's now got a bad throw coming in, and he can't react to it because he's turned his back away from the play. To me, you never take your eyes off the play. That's why for years, the shortstop is the guy who comes here, and he has a chance to see the whole play. It's just something that they've done a couple times. We saw it in Cleveland, and we saw it here. I just think that's not the way to run the play for me, but that's what they do. Back to you guys.
Harold, I would have gone out there and played Volpe for you if you wanted to. I would have come out. I want to say, it's interesting because you're saying when it's even off the wall, there doesn't need to be an infielder in between second base and the outfielder. That's the base.
My outfielders, this fence is 375 in the gap.
Yeah.
360 a little bit along the line, 330 in the line. If my outfielder cannot throw the ball to me on one hop, he shouldn't be out there.
Okay.
I don't need an infielder out there to cut a ball. The only time I'm drifting around is on a triple. That is a double. I'm playing, that's a double. Okay, nice job, Shohei. We may have a play to throw him out at second base. So I want to be there to have a chance to get a tag on him.
Right.
Other than that, they played it wrong.
I agree with that. Good explanation. Cliff, I want to get into Soto defensively, too, because I was wondering, like, are we getting too rough on Soto, or how was that play earlier in the fifth inning with the Kike triple? Are we being too rough on him, or was that poorly played by Soto?
You know what? I'm not nitpicking. I think the biggest thing that I see is you're trying to protect the lead. Look, when I got better in the outfield, here's a play right here. Look, when you say no because Kike will hit some balls to the opposite field, I've never seen Soto dive head first for a ball. I've never seen him lay out for a ball. So if you know who you are, I think his baseball IQ speaks for itself. He's an amazing talent. I get that. But when you have that type of play, you want to keep Kike at second base. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to preserve the lead. And all these things are pre-play, right? It's like premeditated. Like, you understand what's going on. You understand the situation. And if a ball comes your way down the line, you got to take angles that's going to keep him in a position. While he's in scoring position, there's a little bit more that has to happen for him to score. Third base, easier, right? With this lineup, it's going to be easier to get him in. So I'm not nitpicking. I'm just showing a situation with Soto that I haven't seen him dive for a ball. So in that situation, you would like him to take an angle that's going to allow him to be, just safe. Right? You play the ball safe, and I think it alleviates the pressure of you, because everybody wants an effort, right? Like, you got to be aggressive in the World Series. You got to do all these but it's the little things that's going to win you games. And I think that matters the most.
Look, the 162-game season is to prepare you for moments like this. And if you look at the competition, like when you're in these close games, that's why it's so important. You always say this, that's not sustainable. If a team's winning one-run games or something like that, but it comes back and shows you what kind of team are they.
Right.
You play those pressure games, okay, this is what's happening. We always hear the term, the game speeded up. I've seen it now with the Yankees. It's speeding up on them on defensive decisions.
Right.
It's speeding up on them on the base paths. So when you're in these games all year long, eventually you got to slow it down. And that comes to, I'm seeing it's 375. It's 360. This is a small park like at home. Let's not play it like we're playing in Fenway Park and it's 420. Or you're playing in San Francisco in Triple Valley.
Right.
Those all come with experience. And I think the Dodgers have shown great experience. That's what Mookie cutting the ball off in that situation.
Right.
How many guys that's a triple?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I mean, that's a big play. But that's Mookie Betts playing in Fenway, playing in Boston, getting yelled at, learning, playing all those big games. He's been there. So I think it comes down a lot to slowing the game down is all about experience in the postseason. And Derek Jeter was the best at it. He said it seemed like by the time he got to the postseason, I played every game like that anyway. And that's why I love New York, because they're on your butt all the time. So I have to be on my game. And so it prepares you for these moments.
We've been talking about the difference between these teams, really fundamental play. And it led to, look, the game ended on a grand slam.
Right.
But the fundamental play put him in the position to hit a grand slam and win it. Before this, guys, great explanation, Harold. When we come back, Joel Sherman will join us. Been watching them throughout the playoffs. And as he mentioned in his column in the New York Post yesterday, it's not Kansas City anymore. It's not Cleveland anymore. These things will cost you in the big city in Los Angeles, and it did. We'll talk about the Aaron Boone decisions, Dodgers excellence. When we come back, Joel Sherman joins us live here at the World Series.
And tonight is brought to you by Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Bourbon done right. Bardstown, Kentucky. 43% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely.
It's what you dreamed about in the backyard. I can't tell you how many times playing in the postseason I went back to this is what you wanted. This is why you did the things you did.
And that ball is gone! Oh, yes!
This is the stuff that legends are made of.
Let's hide the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Us. We got now.
Just can't try it.
Una tabana. Mira eso. Mucha niebla.